Hey guys, Crazy Man back again with another episode of TerraFirmaCraft. And today, well, I'd like to show off what I found between last episode and this one. I did a little bit of mining and found a couple ores, some lapis lazuli. I sorted out some of the other ores I had, but mainly what I did was this. Poor cassiterite. Now, of course, it was poor because our luck is poor, but it's still a crap ton of tin, and I'm really happy about that. So we also want to empty out, let's see, where was it? The poor copper. We definitely need more copper. Yes, we are short on that. Anything else I want to sort out? Well, the dirt, and this can go here. These can go away. Let's see. I don't need dolomite, basalt, this stuff. Straw. Marble rocks I actually do want, because I'm going to be doing something with those in a little bit. This chipped jade can go in the misc minerals chest. This knife I need on my bar. This fire starter I don't really need. Okay, so the marble rocks I want, the rock salt I want, and these are my napping rocks, so I'll keep these three. Now, what we're going to be making next needs our sticks and some dolomite. We're going to take these, and this, and that, and that, and handstone. Yes. Now we also need a quern, which I can't remember the recipe for. Be right back. Okay, we'll actually need another tool for this, the chisel. So I'll get that cooked up out of bronze, which should not be too difficult. We've got some copper and some cassiterite here. So I'll just get that cooked up, and we'll be back once all of this is done. Well, we may be waiting on that pit over there to finish, the pit kiln, but we can check this other pit here, our charcoal pit, which should be nice and full. And what am I trying to do there? It's not smart. This is hopefully a really nice amount of charcoal for us. And we just dig this up, and there we go. This will let us get tons of stuff going now with, once we get some iron. It's going to be very powerful. Well, not powerful, but useful. You know what I mean. Because you need this to smelt your iron. There's no other way about it. Unfortunately, we need 32 ingots of bronze before we can start even considering iron. But it looks like we got at least some charcoal here. 37, and I want my shovel. But yeah, we've got a nice amount of stuff here to work with. And that thing, that pit kiln over there might even be done by the time I'm done digging all this out. Which, that would be very nice, because then I wouldn't have to make another cut. Okay. And I might make a more permanent structure here later. Does not look like that finished, though. I wish it would hurry. I've been waiting a couple minutes now on it. Okay, be back when it's done. Okay, here we go. We've got our bismuth bronze in here. We can pour it up into this. And you know what? I'm a little derpy. I hope I had... good. I've got a sword mold here. It's actually really nice. Oh no, is this the one that... Okay, good. It'll fill it up. We can actually make a sword also. I thought it would need 2 ingots for a second, because you need a double ingot normally. There we go. We'll get our bismuth bronze chisel, and you know what? Let's go ahead and get a sword too. Plus 218 attack damage compared to what I was using before. The axes, plus 60. Yeah, that's going to be nice. Let's go ahead and set that up on our toolbar here. And I went ahead and made another ceramic jug and another one of these ceramic vessels, just because they're so useful. And I can drink this. There we go. It's pretty awesome. Having that sword feels so good. Haha. Okay, this chisel, however, let's see. I believe we also need a hammer on the hotbar. Right click and it'll smooth the block that we're looking at. Then we can mine it up. And there's different modes for that, by the way. So this will let us mine like smoothed out stone. You can also make bricks with it and everything, but what we wanted this for was to make, no, I wanted this smooth gabbro, was to make the quern base. And this will go over here. This will be my cooking area. Go ahead and throw a handstone in there. There we go. We can throw our rice grain in. Right click this. And it can do nothing. Ah, rice flour. There we go. It's no longer super tedious anymore. But that is odd. It's acting a little weird. Well, we can also, if we want, get some lapis lazuli dust. But now we've got rice flour. So, now I need to combine this with some water. The only way to do that is to make a bucket, which is like that. And then go fill it up. Fill it up in water. Boom. Rice dough. Made 160 ounces of dough and we've still got some flour left. That's awesome. This will make another bunch of dough, 91 ounces. It's a lot more efficient to turn it into dough. Well, not efficient, but it increases the amount that you have. There we go, we can throw that on there and start cooking this stuff in the fire. There we go. And once this heats up all the way, I believe we need to get to very hot, a little higher than very hot, maybe. There we go. We get some rice bread, which will be an incredible food for us. Because now we have two food groups. We've got, well, actually three. We've got vegetables, proteins, and grains now that we can eat in here. So we've got our proteins, our vegetables with those onions, which I still have that onion farm over there, which I might want to check out and probably gather from. And now we've even got bread. So that's awesome. And bread is just a really good food. So let's check our food group thing. Yeah, we could use some bread. Let's eat some. Let's eat the smaller loaf. 91 ounce loaf. There we go. That's good. There we go. We've got our grain up now. Grain and protein are up. Now we should be able to get vegetable up too. And you might be like, hey, crazy man, what's all this grain and stuff about? Well, that determines the amount of health that you have. The more of those food groups that are full, the higher your health. So if you look in the corner here at my health, 584, that was a lot lower when I only had protein up. And if we get vegetables up, it'll be even higher. And you might have noticed down here, when I was eating the grains, that my current health looked like it was going down. Well, it was actually just my max health going up, and it compensating for the size of the bar. So that's pretty awesome. I'll carry around these two foods with me now, just because it's nice to have them on me. And we can actually do quite a bit with this chisel. But right now, honestly, I need to find more copper, because we're pretty much out of it. We need more. We need lots more. And we've got this garnerite. Let me look up what exactly that is real quick. Okay, turns out garnerite is just nickel, which is pretty much just used for making steel. So, let's see. I've got a plan. We need to get some armor, because we are squishy, so I'm going to make some barrels. How about that? I'm going to make 3 barrels, in fact. And that leaves us with 20 of those planks left. And I'm going to set these barrels over here. This is a good place for them. I want that out of the way, though. I'm going to set them here. Now we're going to fill these barrels with stuff. Lots and lots of water. Ooh, my mouse freaked out there. That was a little weird. But this is what we're going to use for making leather, which will take a good long while, but will be completely worth it. So the process for making leather involves putting some raw hides in barrels and then you have to scrape them with a knife first. Oh, I just poured that out on the ground. You have to seal them up, or you have to scrape the raw hides. I'm getting ahead of myself. You have to scrape the hides with a knife, I think. Okay, let me look this up again. Okay, so I looked up the little thing that I needed to figure out, and I was just running over here to grab more leather because I was all out, and lo and behold, I find more copper. Is it a good one? Oh, rich native copper. That's awesome. That's 35 units per piece here. That means math with it is going to be very confusing though. Any more? Very large sample of native copper. Oh, and it's a rich vein. Oh my gosh. Yes, I am so happy right now. I was just running by and a little piece of dirt fell and I looked down there and boom, copper. I was literally running by and that dirt fell. I could have died. Oh, I'm so happy right now. You know what? I'm just going to mine a bunch of this out and we'll be back at this with this when I'm done, but it'll be very short for you, do not worry. I'm going to mine all this out because I'm excited. Be right back and showing you the leather then. Okay, I found that copper and everything and mined it all up, and I got some medium raw hides here. I'm going to seal this up, I think. Seal. Seal. There we go. It's sealed. I don't know. I can't really tell if I'm doing anything right here. You know what? I'm just going to try to figure this out and be back once something has worked. And I just emptied it, so you know what? I'm going to make another bucket and make this easier on myself. Okay, be back once I've figured this out. I forgot an important step, folks. We need this flux, which, as you just saw, you get from crushing marble. So we need to turn this into lime water, which I don't think I can do like that, so I just need to empty this. And then turn this into lime water like this. Can I do two at once? No, didn't think so. So yeah, that's how we make lime water. I'll be doing that a lot in the next couple of minutes. There we go. So that's how you control that. Okay. So be back in a second. Okay, barrel number 1 here is full of lime water and currently soaking the leather, so we can't open it. Barrel number 2 here is full of water. Barrel number 3, we throw a log in there, seal it up, and we wait. And then eventually that will turn into some tannin water, which that is the third and final stage of this. Stage 2, after this, we need to pull out the soaked hides and scrape off some of the stuff from them, and then we rinse them in water for a while. And then after that, we take our prepared hides and put it in this to tan it, and that'll give us leather. So that's the process for that. Now next I'm going to show you all that copper we got. Ooh, look at that. It may not look like much, but look at this. It's rich, which this poor cassiterite gives us 15 units. This rich gives us 35 units per, which means that that is over an ingot of copper right there. That alone. Over an ingot, like 105 units right there. That's pretty awesome. And in fact, I think we are ready to make our copper anvil if we start just smelting up a bunch of this in these things. First though, I'm going to need to make some of these. Quite a few of them actually. These are what let us mold our ingots. And I'm going to make a lot of them. 8 should be good. And then I'll dig a couple pits here. Not with a hammer. I'll dig a couple pits. And I should have the straw I need for them, I hope. Over here. 11 straw. Well, that's not too big of a deal. Let's just run out with our knife and chop a bunch of grass. Be right back. Okay, here we are. Throw these in here, and I'll cook them up. 8 of these in each. Then 8 of these in each. And then we can light them. with the fire starter. Dang, I was really hoping that would work for both of them. Okay, we were just horribly unlucky. That was just plain mean. Come on now. There we go. It almost took like 3 fire starters. I'm just going to throw this one away. It's not even worth it. Okay, so we've got our 2 pit kilns running. We've got our leather going, which should be done pretty soon. And ready for the second stage. I chopped down some trees here and they just broke at the... My axe broke at the perfect moment. It's so aggravating. So now I've got to chop down all of these on their own. I think I'm definitely going to make an axe soon out of that stuff. And I need to find an ocean with some squid in it, because I have yet to do that. Ah, good, I don't have to chop down each one. Okay, so what's next? We're waiting on pit kilns and leather right now. Is this ready now? No. Okay, I'll be back when something is ready. It's a lot of waiting going on right now, but we can handle it. Right? Here at Crazy Tech, we wait all the time. Okay, be back when we are done. Okay, our leather is now done. We can take this soaked hide here and scrape it with the knife, which I think it needs to be above, and we'll get ourselves some medium scraped hides, rinse those in water, seal it up, wait a little bit longer, and we're still waiting on those. Okay, another cut, and we are ready. We will just take these out, and I've already calculated it up, how much copper we need to make our anvil. These 2 things here will give us exactly 32 ingots. So those are the right 2. Yes, these ones are empty. Now I need to go collect some straw. So I'll be back once I've done that and gotten some more logs too, because we'll need that. So be back soon with all the good stuff. We are moving up. Time to get us an anvil. Okay, we've got our prepared hides now. And finally, throw them in this tin in here, seal it up, and that is the last step of leather making. We're still waiting on this stuff to cook up. I just threw it in there, the copper that is, and we'll be able to throw it in these ceramic molds and start welding it together in this, which is going to be quite awesome. We are going to have so many ingots, and then we're going to make our copper anvil. Then we'll move up into the Bronze Age. We'll need to find another bronze vein though, or not bronze vein, I'm a derp, copper vein. You don't find bronze veins, that's an alloy. But, yeah, we're out of copper, unfortunately, and we will need quite a bit more. Luckily, once we're done with bronze, we'll move up into the Iron Age, and that's when this kaolinite will come in handy. We also need some graphite, which should not be too difficult. But, yeah, I'm rambling again. At noon, at noon, we should be ready to take this out and get ourselves some leather armor, which will make us a lot less squishy to all these mobs, and we can actually do stuff at night. So, I'll be back once we're ready to do this and that, and those things and stuff. So, yep, be back then. Okay guys, this just finished up. We got our copper, 2,240, and this should be 960. Yeah. Okay, let's hurry up and fill these up, because, well, if we don't hurry, then it could solidify, and that's very bad. Okay, so we need to just fill all of these up and then dunk them in a barrel of water, because that'll let us cool them. This is going to be a lot of clicking, so I think, I don't want to do another cut. I'll find something to talk about. I don't know. I'm really happy that we're finally getting all this copper, and it's already cooling. It's yellow-white. We do not want this to cool very much, though. We want to do this. There we go. Bust these out of their casings. Okay, we can't yet. We have to take them over and cool them in the water. There we go. That evaporated a bunch of it. So did that. So did that. So did that. Yep. That's really cool, though. Okay, that was weird. There we go. All these are cool. We can bust them out of their molds now. And we get the molds back. And we need to hurry, and do this again. There we go. Okay, you've seen the process once. Let's go ahead and do this again. I'll be back once I'm done taking all these out. Okay, almost there. I think it's starting to cool really bad now. This is the last of it though. You see all those ingots in my inventory. Oh man, don't cool on me now. It's slowing down. Come on, 2 more ingots. We got this. Last one. And we did it. We emptied all the ingots. That was very, very painful and scary. And there we go. Inventory likes to bug out like crazy, but we don't mind, do we? Okay, that was a lot of stressful shift clicking. And one of these actually broke. It made like a ding sound, and then it just disappeared from my inventory when I went to cool this. And that was fun. Yeah, you can see that the shift clicking in the barrel is kind of derpy. But, whatever. And there went another one. You may have heard that. We only have 6 of these now. And we made 8. But we've got the 32 copper ingots that we need. Unfortunately, I did not feel like making tons and tons of these copper ingots. So we're going to have to make a little melting pot in here. How about I just carve out a little area in here for our cooking of stone, or of metal. And then I think we'll need to throw some charcoal in there and fire starter it. I think that's how it works. If it works the same way as it did last time. So 8 of those, then fire starter. There we go. We've got our thingy. We throw some charcoal in there, and it'll burn it up, and we can heat up our ingots in here to weld them. And that's how we're going to do this. So let me go to the wiki real quick and make sure that I get this at the right temperature for welding, because it is very specific. Very, very specific. Like, the difference between very hot with 3 stars and very hot with 4 stars can mean that you can't weld it. So, yeah, I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, I was about to go on the wiki and look all this up, and I noticed that they added tooltips for when you can work it. I wonder if they added tips for when you can weld it too. I've got the page up. Do I have to go look at it? Can work. Can weld. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So I'll take 2 of these and then I'll go weld them real quick. In here. Weld. Weld. Oh, they cooled. They cooled fast. Oh well. We can take this one and this one out also. And then once this one gets to like 4 and then a little bit more, we'll take it out and weld it too. Weld. Weld. There we go. 2 of these things. Orange. Okay. That was in danger of melting. So we cut it a little close there. This guy is orange, so we'll try to keep him nice and warm like that by switching him out with this, probably. I think every once in a while we'll just switch him out with that guy, because these may take a little bit. So I'm going to be doing lots of that welding. I actually need 7 of these, so I'll have a couple extra ingots. But, yep, that's going to be pretty awesome. We actually need 32 bronze ingots for the bloomery, which lets us get our iron melted up. And I'm actually about to starve. So let's go ahead and eat some pork. Nom nom nom, dead pig. I love me some dead pig. And we'll eat some wheat, some rice bread. Yeah, I can't talk. Rice bread, too, in order to get that grain satiated up. And you are dark red. We need you to heat up more. in order to be able to be worked. So, yeah, gonna do all this, and I'll come back once we've got all our double ingots done. Lots of cuts in this episode, I know, but it's necessary because a lot of TerraFirmaCraft is patience, and patience is key. So, like I said, we will be back once we are ready to make the anvil. Okay, there we go. After a lot of painstaking work with this thing and the welding and everything, and using up a bunch of flux, we now have 7 copper double ingots, which means we can make our copper anvil. Look at that. Ha ha ha. I am so happy. Okay. I'm just gonna plonk that down there, take our stone hammer and this out. And there we go. Got our hammer on our new anvil there. And we didn't even break this block here. Ah, wonderful. So this is our new anvil, and this that stone anvil could only work copper. So you can make copper tools on it, but that's it. You can't make bronze on it. This one you can make bronze tools on. Actually, no, I think that one is only for working copper. This we can make bronze double ingots on, but we can only work copper. So we need 14 bronze, which may not actually be too difficult with the amount of copper we have. Because, yeah, I think that's doable actually. But we will need a crucible, won't we? And I don't think we have any fire clay. That's going to be a problem. Well, we'll figure that out. In the meantime, we now have our leather, which means that we can take this and a knife and start making ourselves some armor. And I am going to actually look up recipes for this on the wiki. I've got that down here, which should be in materials, leather. You guys can't see this, but I can. So now I'm going to take the leather in my hand with a knife on the hotbar, and I will make the tunic like this, leather tunic, and that has different armor protection values for different stuff. Then I will make the leather pants, and I think that's it, which are really simple. Leather pants. And yeah, I think that's it, because I want to use these other 3 leather for something else, a bellows. So, yes. And this, I think, there's a config option that lets you turn this into vanilla leather if another mod uses it. It's not on by default, though. So I'm actually going to make the bellows, because that'll let me get my machinery and everything, my like fire pits and stuff hotter. So it's just leather with planks, and you get yourself a bellows. Throw that down right here, other way. Actually, there we go. Right click on it, and it'll blow air into the pit, and you've got yourself a hotter fire. So that would have been useful when we had this. I might actually, yeah, I wish I'd done that before. Now though, we need squids. And I have not seen a single one, at least not in this lake. We're going to have to travel to an ocean for that, and I don't think I've seen any in all my travels, so it may be a long while. Fortunately, if worse comes to worse, I honestly don't feel bad cheating in a few squids, just spawning them in, because it's squids. They give you ink sacs and a little bit of calamari, which is really crappy food, to be completely honest. So, yeah, I would not feel really horrible if I had to cheat some in. Oh, there's a bear. Let's kill it. Let's annihilate it, because we can now. Look at him die. Ow, look at us die. Yeah, that hurt. We get any leather from that? Ah, good. Ooh, a large raw hide. That's awesome. Oh, I just broke that with a sword. Derp. I'm used to my weapon being the thing I break grass with. There's actually a good amount of grass out here. But yes, we now have our new anvil, and we've got leather armor, which will help a lot with taking damage. Leather armor is a lot more effective compared to the other armors than it is in vanilla, because of how hard it is to get it in the first place. But I'm happy with pretty much everything we did this episode, actually. So, I guess I'll wrap it up for this episode. This is Crazy Man signing off. I hope you enjoyed this. I am definitely enjoying this series. And the next time I make some videos, which will be very soon, you guys should enjoy a nice surprise. I'm not going to give it away yet, but I am going to wait until that surprise is a reality until I record next. So if there's a couple days where I should be releasing a video and I'm just not, that's why. And this is actually, what metal is this? This is sphalerite, so I should mark this with a little tower of, well, a little thing of cobblestone here, and then some stuff on it, a log. That's my marker for ores are here. So sphalerite, I believe that's like zinc. Yeah, I think that is zinc. I almost jumped right off that mountain. But yeah, wrapping it up for this episode. And yep, this is Crazy Man signing off. Until next time, have fun guys, and take it easy.